Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Is it the weekend when I'm releasing this video? It makes sense if it would be. I've been trying to keep the Sundays to Sundays. I know that there's no guarantee, not with the way that I schedule, but I've been trying to keep it like on the day. I really should try one week to try and do a week of the band name. That's the day of the week that it comes out on. Happy Mondays, Tuesdays. I don't remember if there's a Tuesday one. Wednesday? Can't remember. Thursday is a band. I know that. Friday? Oh, we'd have to look at it. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next track here. My Finest, our second to last track here on the album. We're nearly finished, but we're not through yet. Let's go ahead and dive on into it. We'll discuss it after. Here we go. You know what you come here for. My clouds, they shall me up. I never knew this before. The finest star I've ever known was finding a pound in the bass wrapping around her voice at that moment. And then I went tumbling out. I've never been here before. The finest star I've ever known was finding a pound in the underground. And I keep hoping you are the same as me. And I send you letters and come to your house for tea. We are who we are. What do the others know? But poetry is not for me, so show me the way to go. It's just a perfect dreamy swing of a song. What else could you ask for? Words came stumbling out of my mouth, and I went tumbling out. But I keep hoping you are the same as me. And I send you letters and come to your house for tea. We are who we are. What do the others know? But poetry is not for me, so show me the way to go. Oh, I'm going home, but I keep hoping you are the only one. Yes, and I send you letters, wouldn't it be such fun? We are who we are, whatever the others say. But poetry is not for me, and much as I'd like to stay, oh, I just want to go home. I like the final resolution and the line she says. Like he's just going off here and riffing. You know, this track has a very pristine and immaculate flow to it.
the structure and the way that everything is delivered, it just flows so effortlessly without any sort of effort. That's what effortlessly means. Without trying, like it just moves in a very natural and kind of instinctive way. I guess is a good word to describe it. And what's kind of interesting is when I'm looking at the lyrics here, and of course it tells me verse one, verse two, etc., etc. I think that a big part of that is credited to how it's written. So it's verse one, verse two, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro. So it's a little bit of a different segmented structure lyrically, and of course in the way that the band plays, that I think kind of adds to that seamless mystique that the delivery really draws upon. That I think really is really nice here. And of course, the music is very jangly and dreamy, as we've heard throughout the album. And that also kind of lends itself to this style in that it's so dreamy, you're just kind of lulled into it. You're not thinking about verse, chorus, solo, bridge, final chorus. It just kind of lets you sink into their own particular structure, however they want to deliver it. And of course, the delivery is absolutely fantastic. Harriet sounds oh so dreamy and oh so wonderful, as we've heard. All the accolades, give it to her 100%. What I really like was Brindley's bass line in here. And I like how when it came off of, I guess, the back of the first verse, and as it kind of did that repetition a couple times, the bass came in along with the guitar and just really swirled its way around Harriet's voice, adding a little bit of a light but depth to the music, along with, her voice, of course, being much higher. And it's just kind of a really cool, to me, musical swirling effect as they two kind of coalesced in a certain way, almost looking like a yin-yang symbol, like in the way that it kind of intersects and such. Their playing kind of reminded me of that, and I really enjoyed that. Of course, the swing and the sway of the rhythm, feeling like, I don't know, a gentle breeze, and you're in a hammock. That's a good way to think of it. You're in a hammock, and the sway of it all is just, gently knocking it back and forth to the point that you're kind of dozing. You're not fully asleep, but you're kind of daydreaming. You're kind of in that midpoint, and I love the way that the vocals and the music brings you into that. And then the acoustic led kind of outro was really nice there at the end. This is just a kind of, along with the rest of this album, just a really wonderful slice of dreaminess and wonderfulness and all those other things that we could say. Let's go ahead and look at these lyrics. My page is not loading. Okay, hold on. It's not loading. There we go. My thing wasn't switching over. And the world it shows me up, my clothes they show me up. I never knew this before. My finest hour that I've ever known was finding a pound in the underground. It's the small things. And my words came stumbling out, and then I went tumbling out. I'd never been hit before, and the finest hour that I've ever known is finding a pound in the other ground. And I'll keep hoping you are the same as me, and I'll send you letters and come to your house for tea. But we are who we are. What do the others know? But poetry is not for me, so show me the way to go. Like, I'm not here to, use fanciful words, and I don't really know poetry and all this. Just show me directly. Let's be direct, not beat around the bush. Show me the way to go home, which is also how she ends. And the words came stumbling out of my mouth, and I went tumbling out. But I'll keep hoping you are the same as me, and I'll send you letters and come to your house for tea. We are who we are. What do the others know? I am me, you are you. And then the outro, you're too young. Should have been, you're too young. Should have been, you're too young. You should have been safer, saner, bribed the judge, and then sat down. You're too young. Like they're too inexperienced, perhaps, to quite know who they are, to understand the way the world works to an extent, while she comes at this with a little bit more experience and knowing who she is. And something like that. Something. My finest hour. And even in the little things, she finds herself these big accomplishments, these where she has pride in herself, and she's proud. Something in that regard. Let me know what you guys thought, of course, of the track in the comments down below. As always, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Can't speak. Not my finest hour. Have a great one, guys. Bye.